Hello everyone, my name is Andrea. I am the Buckeye Stitcher. This is very late and I do apologize. It is October 10th and this is last week's update because I never filmed it. Um, so yeah, sorry about that. Let me get my stats up here. Okay. It's been a crazy week. I've been house sitting, so taking care of two houses and two sets of animals and sleep and all that fun stuff. So I'm very tired. But let's get on to what you're here for. So for the week of the 29th through the 5th, I did a total of 1,162 stitches, which is pretty good for me. I usually don't get that many done, but it was a good week. And I worked on, let me back up. I worked on three projects technically, but I also had a finish. So let's start with the finish. It is framed. I'm so happy. So here is the finished framed object. If I can get it straight. There we go. I think it turned out really cute. I'm really happy with it. I am. My only problem with it, and some of you might notice, is that this is higher up than it should be. And that's because I started the design too high. So I ran out, I didn't have enough fabric up here to frame it correctly, basically. So I did my best. I had to jerry rig the frame a little bit to get it as centered as I could. I got the cross as centered as I could, and I figured if the cross was centered, then the rest of it would look not as bad. So I think it looks really cute still. My friends couldn't even tell until I pointed it out. They honestly thought that this was how that was supposed to be. So it is what it is, I know for next time. But I think my brother and his wife will still like it if they'll even notice that it's off center a little bit. But there's that one. That one is done. Oh, let me put this over here. All right. And then, whoopsie. Okay. All right. So the first one I worked on last week, yes, last week, was my purple trees. There we go. Let me see. Brighten it up a little bit, maybe. Okay. Aha, ha, ha. There's the focus. Okay. There we go. Okay. So this is Purple Trees. This is done. This is by, I can never remember. This is by Pink Lily Patterns on Etsy. This is a 25 count Ada. I'm sorry. 25 count. 25 count even weave. This is, I was trying to do this one, sorry. Yes, I was trying to do this 1/1 full cross. I still can't figure that out on even weave. For some odd reason, my brain does not want to learn this skill. Um, it will eventually, but so I decided to, because I really wanted to, stitch this. I love this pattern. So I decided to switch over, and I am now doing 2/1 10 stitch. And at least for me, that's easier. I don't know about anyone else, but 10 stitch just makes sense to me. So I'm doing the parking method, as you can see. I started going down and then I kind of got, I don't know, I kind of got tired of going down here, so I started back up here. So, but yeah, I wanted to see more of the pattern over here. You can kind of see part of a tree branch, or that is a tree branch right there. Um, but yeah, I wanted to get more of the pattern, you know, out. So this is what this looks like. This has 548 stitches. This is 0.27% complete. Give me just a second. Okay, I do apologize for that. My timer was going off for the food that I have cooking. So, I really wish I could remember what I was talking about. Oh, I think I was talking about the percentage. So this is 0.27% done. So just over a quarter of the way to 1%. And this has 202,500 stitches total. So yeah. So there's that. Really, really excited. I need to get back to this. I haven't stitched on this all week. Um, Actually, I haven't really done too much stitching since last week. The second one I did, let me get my pattern keeper up here because I didn't write down the numbers correctly. Not anything surprising. All right. So the next one I worked on was, if I can get it, there we go. The next one I worked on was Hawaiian Sunset. This is a pattern by Nikki Pattern on Etsy. The same creator who did the cross that I did. She has a lot of nice stuff. If you've never looked at her shop on Etsy, definitely go take a look because she's got some great designs. But this is going to be for my older brother and his wife's anniversary next year. This has, oh, sorry. This is 16 count Aida purple. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like a purple white kind of marbled effect. I really like it. 16 count full cross, and it's got 529 stitches out of 22,529 stitches. So we are at 2.35%, which is pretty good for a week. I mean, I'm even getting to a quarter of the way to 1% on purple trees. I'm really happy about that for a week. So here's this one. That one is, I like it. I like how it's coming along. I think the colors are gonna look really, really nice. All the reds and I think it's all the reds and greens and oranges and yellows. I think it's gonna look really nice popping off this purple. So put that back on my stand. All right. And then the last one I worked on, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, the last one I worked on is another one from Nikki Pattern. Apparently I really like her stuff. So this is mini roses with mini roses with vase or vase with rose or something like that. I'm not sure. It's one of those two ways by Van Gogh. Now last week when I worked on this, I had only done 45 stitches. Or I'm sorry, 85. I had only done 85 stitches. This is far more than 85 stitches. Because I haven't done the Flosstube yet, I have been taking this back and forth with me to the other house so that I had something to do over there. So this currently has almost 500 stitches. I don't have an exact total yet because I haven't updated my pattern keeper on my computer. But yeah. So the 85 is basically this green color and this gray color up here in this area. So the vase and like the leaves is basically the 85. The rest of it is down here in the whites and the blues, and then up here in the lighter greens. That's what I did this week. But last week I basically did just this area right here. So we are, like I said, I don't have it updated. I'll have it updated for the next update, but we're about 16.5% done. So not bad. Still a ways to go, but I'm loving it. It's so fun to stitch. I love how tiny it is. So yeah, and this has 3,000 stitches total. So yeah, we're moving right along. So that's all. Oh, that's 16 count Ada, by the way. So that is all. That's all for that. Personal life wise, I finally, I haven't had the dentist yet. I go in on the 20th for the root canal, and then there's a cavity next to it that needs to be filled. I have 3 other cavities, but they're very, very, very tiny ones, and he doesn't want to do those when I'm there. I don't know. So he's like, those can wait till like next year, like January, February. And I'm like, okay. So just waiting on that. I did finally hear from my doctor. She finally got back to me, after I dropped off the sleep results to her. And I already knew the results because I had them and I looked at them. But she's confirmed that I have a mild form of sleep apnea. Um, and basically what that means is when I sleep, I stop breathing an average well, not an average. I stop breathing about 10 times an hour. So about every 6 minutes while I'm sleeping, I stop breathing. So, and I'm getting a new doctor because this is just ridiculous, but I had to ask her for a CPAP test because she wasn't going to give it to me. And I'm like, no. I'm like, we've been doing this over 4 months. No, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done. I'm really tired. And I just want to get back to some sort of normalcy so that I can be somewhat functional again. Because this whole thing has not been great for anything, but certainly not my mental health either. I have taken this has really beaten me down the last 4 months. And I'm trying to not let it, but it's really beating me down, and I feel like I'm getting to the end of my rope with it. And I don't know what that means if I if I run out of rope. I don't know what that means. So I'm trying not to get there. But she finally gave me the order for the CPAP. So I go in next Wednesday. Ooh, excuse me. I go in, I think it's like the 14th or 15th. I go in, and I do a CPAP. It's not really a test or anything. It's more like it's kind of like a training, but it's also kind of to make sure that the CPAP is going to work. Because sometimes it doesn't work for all sleep. It doesn't always work for all sleep apnea patients. So I hope it does, because I just want to go to sleep. But I will keep you apprised of that. But yeah, so yay an answer, but not not a treatment yet. So, but other than that, things are fine. I'm just really tired. I'm just really tired and really just done. I think I'm a little into burnout as well. I'm just kind of just done. But that's about it. I will, like I said, I will have an update. You'll get another update in like 2 days for this week. It's mostly gonna be this one. Excuse me. Uh, because I don't think I've worked on the other two yet this week because it's just been crazy going back and forth. Um, and then sleeping. That's all I've really been doing this week is going back and forth between the two houses and sleeping. That's what I've been doing. Um, but yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like down below. Also, everything I talked about will be in the description box below, all the links. So if you liked any of the patterns you saw, you can go right to the link and buy them. Um, Not sponsored, just, you know, I like to be an enabler. So, but that's about it. Please leave me a comment if you feel so inclined. Comments and likes together help the algorithm know that I'm here, so I would appreciate it. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. I'm gonna have more videos coming out probably starting next week once I'm done with all this craziness. But that's about it. I will see you guys in a couple days then, and I hope you have a good weekend. Happy stitching.